Hey there, this is Sam from barbershopquest.com, and today I wanted to make a little video about myself and also to tell you a little bit more about barbershopquest.com. Actually, I'm originally from Ghana. As you could tell by my cute accent, I'm actually not from here, United States, but I've lived in the United States for well over 5 years now. I enjoy the United States, I enjoy the people, I enjoy the culture, I enjoy the food, I love it, changing seasons and stuff. I also love traveling. I haven't traveled a lot. Actually, I've been here and then I think just here like, for now. But I have dreams and I have desires to later on in life, travel around the world. Some of my favorite places I love to go. Love to go to Italy. Um, Eat some tacos. I love to go to China, the Great Walls, Wales, Canada, Niagara Falls, some part of Africa, like South Africa. And it's amazing, like I live right there in, in Ghana, um, and I never really traveled around the continent a lot. It's amazing, but definitely some places I love to see in Africa, and you know, see the place and enjoy it. And also around the world, so many places. England, oh yeah, definitely, definitely would love to go to England too. Britain, couple of things. I enjoy watching soccer. I'm not the best soccer player, but I do have some skills. I could play some soccer. I love watching. Well, now the things I watch on TV or anything I watch is has changed over the years a lot. But I enjoy things, things that funny things, comedy, documentaries. Because I'm kind of like also like a nerd. I love reading. I love studying. Learning new stuff, growing all the time. Um, you know, I love it. And I think where I got that from because when I was growing up, because my mom passed early when I was about 3 years old, so I grew up with my aunties and my uncles, and one of my uncle that I stayed with in Ghana, he was an elementary school teacher, and he had all these books, at his disposal, and I would dig through, and read them, and I got to enjoy it. I read even once I was later. I was reading books from Athens, the Greek fables, the Greek myths, Aesop fables. Those kind of I really enjoy them. Enjoy reading them. So I loved it. And ironically, he was a science teacher. So it's funny because I at the time as I was growing up around 18, 19, I had already established myself um, as actually had already established myself like I was going to go into the science book because then I really found myself loving science, because I guess I was curious, and most of it, and he was a science teacher too, like I said before. So um, I just went there, so I was going into the science field full time. So when I came to the United States, it was 2008. The first 2 years I studied science. I studied bio, and I really had nothing to do with business. I wasn't in the business field at all. With art, I love art too. Specifically drawing and painting. So I actually have a portfolio. I occasionally would draw, do painting, portraits. I'm not the best, but it's something I really love. I could really sit down and draw and sketch and things like that. Eventually I'll probably go back into it full time. But I really love drawing and art, and I think I'm creative. But anyway, Yeah, so as I was saying, so I went to the science field, and I was in the science field, you know, going towards biology. So initially, I wanted to become an engineer, um, or a doctor, like most people become an engineer or a doctor. And I was going to that field, but something happened 2 years ago, and I actually switched focus from going to the science field into business. And this is where everything began. That is where this was a turning point. Like I said, the turning point in my life. And so, I actually met this young guy, and he introduced me to business. And at that time, I was going to school, and I thought I'd look at it. So I joined the company. It was a financial service company, and I had the opportunity to own my own business and to learn about business, to learn about leadership and self development. And one thing that really struck me about business was the self development part of it, and I fell so much in love with it. I learned so much about myself. It was just ridiculous. Okay, it just blew my mind away, and it just helped me so much. It was like things in me that I was looking for, things that I wanted to do, and it just revealed it to me, and I felt there was more, right? So at first I hated it. Like at first, I thought self development was very boring, like saying that, but eventually I started loving it, and I also was learning about business, about money, how to generate wealth, how to be wealthy, and setting rules and foundations, and setting rules that um, help people to be successful, both in life, in business. In life in general. Let's put it off that way. So eventually I was and I finished my degree. I was about to go into get my bachelor's, and at that's the point I started living on my. I actually had moved because I used to live with my sister, so I actually was moving to live on my own, and it was kind of scary, right? You go to living on your own, but I actually I started living on my own, so I had to work. So I was working, going to school, and then also doing the business, and eventually I think after 2 years, I actually, it was too much hassle for me. It was like it was too much on my plate, so I wasn't becoming very effective at all those things, and I was stressing me out. It really was stressing me out, and at one point I wasn't eating well. I was having sleepless night. My skin was itching. It was just horrible. So I went to the hospital, and I think the doctor advised that I was taking too much. I need to slow it down. So I had to refocus my life in the direction I wanted to go. But long story short, I ultimately decided that I'll be an entrepreneur. Out of everything else. Out of everything else, and it was a hard decision to make, but I looked on the other side of the bridge, and I realized that there was more to gain than to lose, and everything that I wanted in life basically kind of summed up, and I was gonna get it all by being an entrepreneur. I mean, it might not be for you, but because everybody has their own part and their own destiny and things that they want to do in life. But I looked at the thing that I wanted, like some things that are very important to me, like family, spirituality, and business. All making money. Being financially independent. So I realized that business had a way of reconciling all these three things together. And so I decided to be an entrepreneur. I think 2 years ago, that's when I decided to go hardcore, being hardcore entrepreneur. And the funny thing is, I had wanted to start a vlog. just documenting myself and my story and my journey in life, and I kind of started the project, but then I stopped along the way, and eventually I decided to do something around a vlog, and at that time, barbershopquest.com wasn't even I hadn't even thought about it yet. And so they all came together when I decided, so I'm going to be an entrepreneur, but which area am I going to focus on? And it took me a while to really think on which area I was going to focus on. And I ultimately, it took a while, maybe about a year, thinking it through. And I decided I'm going to go into the barbershop industry, or the men's grooming, industry, you know, and own my own barbershop, right? So I was like, this is it. Right? I'm gonna go into it and own my own barbershop, and so I started researching. I started looking for information because I already had the business skills, right? Right from my experience from working with the financial service industry, you know, and so I had to apply. I was gonna apply, into the, but then I still needed to learn about it, get myself, knowledgeable before, go into it. And I was looking for information online, right? And it was hard to find information that really helped the entrepreneur, somebody like me, or somebody like you, entrepreneur, barbershop owner, salon owner, find information as to something like a manual that will help you get started into opening, running, or remodeling, and you know running a successful barbershop or salon, or you know business of that of that venture. So I found some material online, but it wasn't adequate, so I decided to actually hustle out and actually compile this information that I'm learning and then bring it out to you, right? um you out there, and I know it's very beneficial to you. So that's how come that was the whole process of barbershopquest.com. So barbershopquest.com is designed, if you come here, you're going to find information that's going to help you in future or now, open a barbershop or a salon and make it successful, right? All the information you need is going to be right here for you, right? And so anything that I've learned, any information that I've gathered, tips, techniques, that's going to help you be successful and make money, right? And run a successful barbershop is right here, all right? So I want to thank you for watching, and until next time.